Alright guys, just got a little rest in. Guess we'll head up to the falls. I'm glad this is my campsite because up there is the way to the falls. So yeah, I'll see ya when we get there. So I'll show you guys this. This is really cool. The trail across is right over this little stream. It's all the way down there. Right down there to the river. Really neat. You gotta be careful here. It's really wet. Anyway, let's continue on. Alright guys, we made it to the falls. We're gonna see this view for the first time together. I've never seen this before, so first time reactions. It's amazing. Wow. It's very high up. It's like, I don't want to get too close, but it's pretty bad. And it doesn't help that I'm afraid of heights, so yeah. This is like the pot of gold you find at the end of the rainbow. I know that sounds cheesy, but after a long hike, all those ups and downs, this is definitely worth the hike. There's a view, a little lookout at the top of the falls. We're gonna continue on the trail and see if I can find that. So yeah. Well guys, we reached the end of the trail. Let's say I finally reached it. Alright guys, so we're at the top of the falls now. It's actually very daunting. I'm actually kind of nervous right now because I'm afraid of heights, but I couldn't let the chance pass up to say I get to sit at the top of Agawa Falls. So here we are. Look at that view. I'm not going to get much closer than this. But yeah, beautiful. Agawa River up there. There's people up there. I don't want to show my camera though. But yeah, Agawa Falls 2026. Really don't want to leave yet, so I'm just walking around exploring. It's really cool up here. There's a fun fact to share with you guys. This geological formation called potholes, which is this. What it is over thousands of years these rocks get tossed around by the water and rapids, creates these potholes, so to speak. Really cool. See, rocks there, rocks there. Yeah, there's also a park, a provincial park between Wawa and Chapel called Potholes Provincial Park, and I think it's because of that kind of thing. But yeah, that's that. See? Alright, I think it's time to head back to camp. I really don't want to leave here. It's so beautiful, but my body's telling me I should. I gotta eat and get more water in me. But I just want to share. I think right about there, there's two trees. It's hard to tell, but that's where the campsite is, right there, right at the end. There you see the river ends. So on our way back there is get supper started, relax, and enjoy the view. Hey guys, welcome back. So we made it back to the campsite. Well, it was a good hike. Pretty difficult to get all the way up to the top of the falls, as you can see. But it was definitely worth it. Yeah. So what I was doing, I was gonna get set up and have some supper here. I got my pot set, my propane, my burner. But one thing I realized after double checking everything, I forgot my lighter at home, which I was pretty excited to use because I just got a brand new one that they recommended from Great Lakes Outfitters to try out. But anyway, I'm not gonna let it get me down. It just means next time you're out going camping, make sure you double check, triple check, maybe quadruple check all your gear. Make sure you're not forgetting anything. But anyway, I won't be having a campfire tonight. So what I'm doing is trying to warm up my supper in the sun. What I got for supper tonight is a bean and rice burrito bowl. We're gonna have that and some dessert somewhere here. Dessert is an Alpine Air chocolate mudslide, which is great because it doesn't require any hot water. You just add a cup of cold water and let it sit for a couple minutes and it's done. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have some supper and we'll check back in a little bit. Well guys, wasn't the best meal, but it was sustenance the body needs to keep on going. So one thing I want to show you is these big yellow bags. They actually give to you for free when you check in at the Agawa Bay office. You know, they give you a couple of these when you check in when you're going back country camping, just to pack all your garbage out with you, which is very important because we only have one planet, so we got to take care of it. So yeah, always make sure you're packing out what you always make sure you're packing out what you pack in. That's it. Yeah, don't leave any garbage behind, is what I'm trying to say. That's all. Time to take the boots off. So, oh, that's nice. I was at the top of the Agawa Falls there. It was really cool. I wish I had the camera running at the time, but I didn't. Silly me. One after another, there were two bush planes that came flying right over the gorge
to Agawa River and Falls. It was really cool. When we were up there, there was one other campsite at the top, which I really am thankful I didn't take the hike with my bag up to, because that'd be very tiring. I do know people that did do that though. My friends from Beauty of the Backcountry, shout out to them, Jay and Sherry, I believe her name is. They also did this trail, but they went all the way to the top of the falls with all their gear. So yeah, kudos to them for being able to do that. That was quite a challenge for them, I bet. But I actually saw them a couple weeks ago before this trip, and we were talking about what we're doing with social media and our videos and stuff. And I did mention how this was on my bucket list of hikes and backcountry trips to do. And after talking to Jay, he kind of put the bug in my ear, kind of gave me the kick in the butt to get out here and go do these things before it gets too late, before we can't do these anymore. So thanks again, Jay and Sherry at Beauty of the Backcountry. Shout out to you guys. Well, supper was mediocre to say the least, so I think it's time for some dessert. Never had these before, so we'll see how this goes. So, open pouch and remove oxygen absorber. Alright. Do that. Set aside chocolate crumb packet. Chocolate crumb packet. Add 1 cup of cold water to ingredients, or fold crease and fill pouch to easy fill line. And I'm just going to go ahead and add some water very carefully. There you go. Now stir thoroughly and let stand for 8 to 10 minutes. Alright. Let me stir thoroughly. Alright. Oh. Yeah. Easier way to do this. Let's shake it. That was just dirt, not chocolate. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit for 8 to 10 minutes and get back to you guys. Show you the final results. Alright guys, let's see how well this turned out. Alright, so looks okay. Just gotta sprinkle crumbs on top. There we go. And serve. So let's see. If you want to look or not, I'll show you. So yeah, it just kind of looks like mud. I hope it tastes better. I'm sure it's wonderful. Okay, so it tastes way better than it looks. It's friggin' delicious. I wish I got 2 of them. One for the hike home at Burnt Rock Pool. But yeah, it's good. It's even better than chocolate pudding, even though that's what it looks like. It's freaking delicious. So in the comments, tell me what your favorite backcountry foods or meals or even desserts are. I'd like to know. I need more ideas. I'm tired of eating beef jerky and rice. So that's usually what I bring because it's light, dehydrated. It's easy to pack out. So leave a comment on what kind of snacks you like to bring when you go backcountry camping. Please. Alright, well that was a fun little adventure I just went on. So for the past about 2 hours, I would say, I've just been sitting here enjoying the view, the sounds in nature, and there's a little pool right here. There's a little island, and just on the other side of the island, in the middle, at the north end of the island, there's a little pool of water. And around there, there's the cliffs on the other side of the river. And within this pool, I've been watching 2 little otters play and fish in this little pool. It was really cute, really neat to see. So I decided to take off my shoes and socks and venture out onto the little island to get a better view for you guys. And wouldn't you know it, once I got to the little island, picked a rock to sit on, the GoPro battery died. So that kind of sucked. But luckily, I did have my cell phone on me, so I got a little video with my cell phone. I'll try to incorporate that into the video so you guys can see these little otters. So yeah, it's really cool to see. So when you're out here, just enjoy the view. So you don't need technology when you're out here. The whole point of getting out here is just to get away from technology. Just let nature be your entertainment. There's so much more to see than the screen on your phone. Anyway, we'll talk in a bit. Hey guys, so GoPro died as I got out here. So for the past hour I've been sitting at camp watching just watching the view, enjoying the sounds in nature, and watching these 2 little otters play in this pool of water here. Right now there's actually one on the rocks right up there. I don't know if it's, oh, and then there's one in the water. I think they're fishing. Yeah, one in the water has a little fish in its mouth, which he's eating now. So yeah, I just want to come and show you guys. It's really cool. Who needs technology when you have nature to be your entertainment? So yeah, there's one still up on the rock right around there, I think. You might see the other one pop up in the water in a minute. Yeah, there he is. Right there. He's fishing. While the other one sits on shore, drying off. Anyway, I thought that was really cool, so I wanted to share. That's called a bear hang. So if bears come by, they don't steal your food. And so you don't attract them with your garbage. So yeah. It'll be had fun watching me do that. That was a pain in the ass. Pain in the bum. Alright guys, it's about 8 p.m. I think I'm almost ready to call it a night. But so yesterday I headed out to Great Lakes Outfitters to get a few last minute provisions, and the guy, we were talking and I told him I was headed out to do the Towab trail today. The guy was telling me that people used to hike in to the falls and they would float down the river back, which I really didn't believe him because that sounds silly until I actually saw this. It's an old bike pump. So they probably did float down the river in their inflatable kayaks or inner tubes, or however they did it. So yeah, that was kind of interesting to see. Not interesting to see people leave their junk around, but fun little story. So like I said, it's about 8 p.m. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have a fire going tonight because silly me, forgot my lighter at home. So I'm gonna pretty much pack up as much as I can tonight, because they're calling for rain. Last time I checked, last night I checked, they said they're calling for rain tomorrow, tonight actually, starting at 1 a.m. So, and it's getting a little cloudy now. So I am gonna pack up as much as I can tonight, and that way all I have to do in the morning is do the tent, the tarp, and the food bag, and hopefully hit the dusty trail after that. So we'll check in with you guys in the morning. You just have a good night or day whenever you're watching this. Hey guys, so it's about 4 a.m. The rain started about 3. So I got up to go to the bathroom, and little do I know, my tent is now completely flooded out. As you can see, there's about an inch of water all the way around my sleeping tent, which kind of sucks. So what I think happened is when I set up my tarp, I didn't realize the lowest point of the tarp where the water drips off onto the ground, it goes right into the tent. So lesson learned for next time, make sure I choose a better spot to set up the tent and think about the drainage situation and how that's going to look if it rains. So I'm going to try and pack up as much as I can again, because I'm not going to be able to sleep anymore. So yeah, I was going to pack up and wait till it starts getting light out and hit the trail. This is probably the last time I'll check in with you guys before I get back to the Jeep, because as much as I'd like to take more video on the hike back, with the rain and wet trail, it'd probably be safest if I just keep the recording to a minimum for my own safety. So yeah, I'll check back with you guys once I get to the car. Peace. I'm feeling a little deflated now, but not much I can do about it. Just gotta grin and bear it, and it'll be a good story to tell later on. Hey guys, so finally made it back to the Jeep. I gotta say, this is the most excited I've ever seen it in ever. I was quite the hike on the way back. I don't know, I just lost for words right now. I'm just glad to be back. Yeah, I left camp around 7 a.m. as soon as it was somewhat daylight, so I still had to use my headlamp for most of the hike back, just to make sure it was as safe as possible. It's about 10:15 now, so it took me about 3 hours and 15 minutes in the pouring rain. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna head to the Agawa Bay Visitor Center. Hopefully they're open, and grab a hot cup of coffee, because I sure could use it. So I hope you enjoyed going on this little adventure with me. Just as much as I enjoyed bringing you along. Yeah, that's all I got. Home for rest now. Cheers, guys.